Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Rocket Lab, ticker symbol RKLB. And so here I am recording this during market hours on Thursday, May 9th, and the current price is right around $4.23, being up a little over 3% so far on the day. But since the trading day is not over, that of course could change. But yeah, I did want to follow up on this one because earnings were reported on May 6th, I believe in the after hours. Based on how the price responded, we did see a pretty big pullback the following day on the 7th. And I do think that was actually a great dip buying opportunity, coming down to a low on that day of $3.65.5, as price has gone up since then, forming a hammer candle on that day and then a bullish engulfing candle the following day. So on Wednesday, May 8th, getting up to and closing at a price of $4.10, which is the 236 here from this Fibonacci retracement that you can see coming from the high of $6.14 that was hit on December 28th, and then coming down to the low of $3.47, which was the 52-week low, and I believe also the all-time low hit on April 16th. And so from that, I believe I've gone over this before because of that yellow line that I have drawn there at $3.48. That was a double bottom, and I think an excellent dip buying opportunity. But now, where do I see price going? I see price going up, but I do think that it could be bumping into some resistance around this uptrend, or maybe a little bit higher than it, maybe getting a wick above it to $4.49 or 50 cents, with the 382 being at $4.49. So maybe we see a wick up to that level, but maybe we see a rejection from this white uptrend, maybe getting to a price of like $4.40, getting a close around there, but not being able to confirm above this level, and then pulling back. Maybe pulling back to $4, marked by this red line here, or the 236 at 410. As we do see some consolidation over here, it is, or I guess I should say has acted as resistance on the way up. And because of that consolidation, if I do throw up the volume profile, we do see a nice volume shelf there. So I do think a rejection from this uptrend could result in another dip buying opportunity, but at $4.10 before a rally higher. And so I do want to take a step back to show where that white uptrend originates from. Let's see, that is based on these two pivot points here, one being the low, I believe, from the end of December 2022, and then also the low over here around the end of October 2023. And so from those pivot points, which we see did act as support over here, and, kind of acted as support in this area, kind of, was weak support, breaking below it a little bit, but did act as support here before breaking lower and then acting as resistance over here. So I could definitely see that being resistance again, but maybe getting some wicks above, or maybe even a close above, but not two closes above, and getting to around $4.50, then pulling back to 410. But maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe it blows past this uptrend, as it has been, broken through before. So maybe it's not that significant. And so maybe price could be getting up to the 50% level at $4.80.5. Or, maybe I'm just going to throw up the other levels here, the 618 and the 786. The 618 would be at $5.12. That is just above $5. That, I think, is going to be, a psychological level on many accounts, just being a whole number. And then also, I think we do tend to think in fives and tens. So a $5 bill right there, I think that might be some resistance. And we can see that it was resistance over here before, getting 3 wicks above that level, but no closes above it. So I do think that will be one to contend with, especially because we do see this consolidation here. If I do throw up that volume profile, we don't see much, but we do see a little bit of a volume lip above that level. So maybe some resistance there. But then, the 786 is at $5.80 and 56.9 cents. Maybe that could be tested. And then there is this gap, that was very briefly filled over here. So maybe that would be another area to pay attention to, getting back to $6.14, which might correspond with, actually, that would be corresponding with a breakout above this yellow downtrend, maybe these 786 at around $5.57. Maybe that would correspond with a break of that downtrend. And if we do break that downtrend, I do think that that could be setting price up to maybe $8 a share, corresponding with the top here, or maybe getting back to the high here. That was around $11 a share. But first, I do think that $8 is a more realistic target if there is to be a breakout from this downtrend. But if there is to be a breakout, there might be a retest or a retrace to the scene of the crime following that breakout, and then that could be a great dip buying level. So what I could see happening, I'm not a fortune teller, but I could see price testing the 786, breaking out of the downtrend over here. That would be actually in August, so that's kind of a ways away. Maybe it would be happening sooner, getting a breakout, but then maybe a rejection from around 614 outside of the wedge, and then a pullback maybe to around $5 a share, before then getting up to $8 a share. But we're just going to have to wait and see. And those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.